Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is The Aristocats from 1995. So let's get started. Mary, you are going to be as beautiful as your mother, said Madam. Isn't she, Duchess? Duchess smiled. She and her three kittens lived with Madam in a beautiful house in Paris. The cat loved Madam, and she loved them. The kitten with varied talents. Toulouse was learning to paint. Marie was learning to sing and was learning to play the piano. Madame approached the kitten, talents, but Edgar, the butler, did not appreciate the mess they made. I am not a butler, he grumbled to himself. I am a cat sitter for four aristocats. One day, Madame Lawyer stopped by for a visit. George, I would like to leave my fortune to my beloved cats, Madame told him. I'm sure Edgar will be glad to take care of them when I am gone. Edgar heard everything Madame said, but he was not glad at all. These cats must go, Edgar mumbled. That night, the greedy butler put sleeping pills in the cat cream. A slip of the hand, and it's off to dreamland, he chuckled. The pill with a plop plop into the pot. I'll take them far away, then Madame will leave her fortune to me. Dinner was delicious. The cat gladly shared it with their friends, Rappaport, the mouse. Rappaport dropped his crackers into the bowl. My compliment to the chef, he said. It's cream a la Edgar, Marie told him. Rappaport went to get another cracker, but he fell asleep as soon as he'd reached his hole. Soon all the cats were sound asleep too. Edgar carefully put them in the basket. Madame had gone to bed. The house was quiet. Edgar drove the cats far away from the city. These cats would never find their way back to Paris, the butler said to himself. Edgar's noisy motorcycle rumbled along the road, but Duchess and her kitten didn't wake up. Soon the motorcycle hit a large bump in the road. Edgar's hat flew off its head. The basket full of sleeping cats bounced out of the sidecar. It landed under a bridge, but Edgar did not stop. Instead, he hurried back to the city. When they woke up the next morning, Duchess and the kittens had a very unpleasant surprise. Where are Mama? Asked Toulouse. Don't worry, children, Duchess assured them. I will find a way for us to get back to Madame, but she did not know what to do. Just then, Duchess saw another cat. He was just an alley cat, but he looked very friendly. Hi there, called the cat. The cat named Adam DeLace Casey Thomas O'Malley. What's yours? Duchess, she answered. Beautiful, just like those blue eyes, O'Malley purred. Duchess blushed. Would you tell us how to get back to the city? Tell you, fair lady, replied O'Malley. Why, I'll take you there on my magic carpet. Hooray, cheered the kittens. One magic carpet coming up, O'Malley shouted. He pointed to a milk jug rattling down the road. O'Malley jumped on the front of the milk jug. He hissed, he hollered. The truck screeched to a halt. The driver got out of the truck to look for O'Malley. Where is that silly cat? The driver wondered. He didn't see who climbed into the back of his truck. O'Malley Magic Carpet had plenty of milk. Duchess and the kitten enjoyed their breakfast. But soon the driver noticed his passengers. Jump, cried O'Malley. The cat jumped out of the milk jug. Don't worry, he told Duchess. I'll make sure you get back home. Just follow me, said O'Malley. He led them through the pretty countryside. O'Malley is so smart, said Marie. O'Malley is so brave, said Tully. When I grow up, said, I'm going to be just like O'Malley. They came to some railroad tracks. O'Malley decided to follow the tracks to the city. As they walked across a railroad bridge, the kitten pretended to be a train. Choo 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 choo, hummed Marie. Click clock, buzz. Woo woo, whistled Tully. Woo woo entered a road train, and it was right behind them. Don't panic, shouted O'Malley. Everyone got under the tracks just in time. Hold on, children, Duchess called, but the train shook the bridge, and Marie lost her grip. Wait. Mama, she cried as she fell into the cold water below. O'Malley did a daring dive. And quickly pulled Marie out of the river. Thank you, Thomas, said Duchess gratefully. You have saved my daughter's life. Back in Paris, the newspaper confirmed that the cats had been kidnapped. Rappaport was looking for clues. He looked to the horse. When Edgar appeared, the butler seemed upset. My hat, he cried. If they find it, they will know I'm the catnappers. Now Rappaport knew the truth, but where was his friend? His friend was in Paris. We cannot stay in my penthouse pad. We can stay in my penthouse pad for the night, O'Malley said. He led them up to the rooftop. Wow, this is great, exclaimed Tully. Music drifts out of an open skylight. Listen to that music, said. That's jazz, O'Malley told him. And these magicians are friends of mine. They were inside. O'Malley introduced Duchess to Scat Cat and the band. O'Malley and Scat Cat sung a song everyone danced. It isn't Beethoven, Mom, but it sure bounced, giggle. Let's swing it, Thomas laughed. Duchess, they had a lot of fun. After the party was over, Duchess and O'Malley admired the full moon. I'm going to miss you, beautiful, and these kittens too, admired O'Malley. We will miss you, Duchess said softly, but tomorrow you must go home to Madam. I'm sure she's very worried. I guess you know best, said O'Malley. The kitten was watching from a window. Well, we almost had a father, said quietly. When Edgar opened the door the next morning, he got the shock of his life. The cats had returned. Me first, cried Marie. The kittens ran into the house. I'll never forget you, Thomas O'Malley, purred Duchess. So long, the alley cat replied sadly. As soon as the door was closed, Edgar put the cat in the sack. I'll send the cat to, he declared. Edgar locked them in the trunk. Locked them in the trunk in the barn. Then he left to call for a shipping van. Luckily, Rappaport had seen everything. The brave mouse ran for help. He found O'Malley first. O'Malley told the mouse he got Scat Cat and his band to help too. When Edgar returned to the barn, he had a big surprise waiting for him. Scat Cat and his band took care of Edgar. Meanwhile, Rappaport and O'Malley feed Duchess and the kittens. Duchess and the kittens quickly jumped out of the truck, then pushed Edgar in. After thanking their friend, Duchess and the kitten had a happy reunion with Madam. O'Malley went along. Since Duchess seemed found of O'Malley, Madam invited him to stay. The shipping van came. Edgar was driven off to. Madam never saw him again, so she told her lawyer to change her will. Very well, said George. Scratch one butler, and a few more strokes of the pen O'Malley would add it to the will. O'Malley was a very good father. With a bit of grooming, he was also a fine aristocrat. The cat made such a fine family that Madam decided to take a family picture. Madam said, if Edgar had only knew about the will, I'm sure he would never had left, especially since I had decided to open my home to all the Catholic peers. Duchess and O'Malley just smiled. So that was the Aristocats from 1995. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a great day. We have another video coming out real soon.